Part of the fun of the movie is kind of seeing where the relationship with Bradley Cooper and Michael Ian Black ends up. Since this is kind of a prequel, what do we see as far as their characters?
So we will learn in the sequel a little bit about how they met.
Okay.
In the prequel, I'm sorry, in the prequel, a little bit how these characters met.
I would say it's the full backstory that you're if you're a fan of the movie, it's the backstory and origin story that you're hopefully wanting to see.
Okay. And back then you guys did break some ground having just gay characters in there because it wasn't in as many movies and out there. And of course the world's changed a lot and we're seeing it a lot in television and that. Did that change up how you approach those characters?
For this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did feel like we made a pretty when we did the movie 15 years ago, and there's a pretty big romantic sex scene between these two guys. We were making a statement. We wanted to show them in a light that was romantic
and in the movie we deliberately made it the only romantic relationship that was portrayed
successful
in any way,
and you know
in any way real and
they have a
detailed.
great loving relationship, and that was sort of the irony and the joke that we were trying to tell.
And all the hetero relationships in the movie were mostly just like tongue swagging.
And we were sort of trying to take the air out of the teen comedies of our generation that were all about getting the guy laid and da-da-da and lose your virginity. And here were these two characters that they were trying to set up with girls who are actually in a fantastic, wonderful relationship. For this one, since things are changed, we didn't feel the need to necessarily go down that road and maybe just be like, there's no statement other than just, these are characters, let's tell their story, how they met. We don't need to make a big deal out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you know, because everybody's gone on to so many other things, was it a challenge to get everybody together, or was everybody like, we'll make it work? How did you guys do that?
Yeah, everyone was like, we'll make it work. And as with any project, the scheduling of things is always part of the puzzle of making it happen. But there was no real obstacle in terms of people's enthusiasm and willingness to do the show.
All that mattered is that everyone in the original cast said, yeah, let's do it, and let's just figure out when and where, and then we did.
Okay. The movie has such a specific tone that everybody's used to because we've all seen it many, many times. Is the series pretty much the same tone, or did you approach it differently?
I think the guiding approach was, yes, let's recreate the tone and go back to what's real for us about that time and place and the feel of the movie and the comedy and the characters, and make it a satisfying prequel, but at the same time not a retread and true to who we are today as well. And I think for my money we pulled it off. I think it's exactly that.
Okay, since everybody's a little bit older now than when you did the movie, were all the guys still able to rock the short shorts? Some of the jean cutoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yes.
Who pulled it off the best? Because Chris Maloney probably could still pull it off pretty well.
Maloney is for example, in amazing
Ken
shape.
Marino is in better shape.
A lot of the
Ken
people,
Marino's in better shape now than he was then.
A lot of the people feel, I think Molly
was
Shannon
ripped.
is like, looks, I think, younger than she did then.
All the women.
Yeah.
Okay.
My character, time has not been.
But that was a character choice.
That was a character choice. I got really out of shape for the role.
Okay. Since this is 8 episodes, do you see it going beyond that, or is it pretty much just this 8, or people love it?
We have great affection for these characters in this world, and so I think we feel like there's more story to tell. And every time you do these things, all these you sort of touch on things that you go, gee, there's a musical, a big in the show on Netflix. There's a big musical that they're putting on, and we see snippets of it, and we've already talked about, God, I want to see the other songs from that musical. I want to see the rest of that musical.
In fact, there's so many characters that even over the course of the 4 hours, 8 episodes, there's so much more I want to see. Like each storyline has a whole
world
series
to it
that I want to
you
see.
could explore.
I could spin them all off.